Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us today to learn more about our Joie de Vivre trip in the Dordogne region of France. So glad you could join us. Um, so keep in mind that we do actually have this trip going in June of this year, but we will be repeating it every year. So if these dates don't work for you, then let's look at the following year and the following year. We actually do long-term commitments to the regions that we visit because we choose them specifically as under touristed places, and we are looking to invest in the local communities. And the best way to do that is with long-term commitments. So we make sure that the dollars stay in that particular region and benefit the community and offset maybe some of the effects of tourism. So sit back and enjoy. I hope you have a coffee ready. Sip your little coffee. Keep that caffeine going. Mm. As the French call what I made this morning, café américain. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, okay, let's go ahead and start. Let's join join me on this little journey. Share my screen with you right now. Okay, and there we go. All right, so again, this trip is called Joie de Vivre, and we will be exploring nature and villages on this trip. The Dordogne region is a stunning natural region of France that is very undervisited by Americans, but well known by the French. The guides for this trip, if all goes well, are myself and Dr. Trey Wilson, a very dear friend of mine. We are both certified in forest and nature therapy. We're forest therapy guides, and what that means is we just help you to we take you on guided walks through nature, helping you to get deep into your senses and enjoy the relational experience of you being one with nature. It's really delightful. So we will be doing a lot of that throughout our trip, as well as doing all of our explorations around the Dordogne. So the Dordogne region is actually the original Bordeaux wine region. And many years ago, kind of loose history here is that the wines actually began to get, the grapes were grafted and that different kind of thing. And slowly the Bordeaux that we know today, those regional wines became quite distinct from what is now the Bordeaux Bergerac region in the Dordogne. So the wine there is fantastic. I've actually done a lot of research to find wines that are from the Dordogne region available here in the US, and it's actually quite hard to find them. You can find lots of Bordeaux's, but not Bordeaux Bergerac. So this will be a delight for your taste buds. And then villages, we'll be enjoying a lot of the local villages. This region of France has okay, I always stumble over how to say this. The biggest concentration of what are considered the most beautiful villages in France. A lot of them date back many centuries, and they're just stunning. And that yellow rock that you see on the face of that particular building is very common there, and it glows in the sunshine when the sun is just right. It's stunning. And then nature, like we had talked about before, the Dordogne region is home to the Dordogne River, which is the longest and cleanest river in France. And of course, the rest of the nature is stunning, rolling hills and a lot of greenery. Um, so we invite you to savor your time with us. Unlike other tour operators, we take it slow. We offer curated selection of locales. We're not going to try to hit as many villages as we possibly can in 1 week, or God forbid, going from one big city to the next city to the next city, and just you're spending more time on a coach than you are actually delving deep into the experience. So we weave all of the experiences into a slower experience that you can savor. The village pictured here, I think that one's Benyak. Um, I may prove to be wrong, but between these two villages, Dome and Benyak, they're quite close to one another, and you can actually kayak from one to the other. We will be offering a van transfer from one to the other that day, the day that we visit them, but you also have the option of canoe or kayak. Uh, Joie de vivre, what does it mean? I think most of us know it means the joy of life. This is a way for us to really tap back into that joy of life. We all go through phases where we need a little bit more inspiration. We need, you know, a little bit less stress and more just letting go and relaxing. Some of our values for this trip are community. We will only be doing up to 20 guests, including our staff. We are staying in an entire historic chateau. It is ours completely, along with its extensive estate. And the point is for us to really just relax and enjoy together with the friends that you bring with you, or your spouse, or making new friends along the way. And then we'll be doing a lot of learning, but in the context of play. Like I said, we'll be exploring that French countryside, including a lifestyle. We'll be discovering those amazing wines, doing nature therapy, and just delighting in all the villages and all the French that you will hear spoken around you. We love to go to places in the world where you don't hear English spoken as much, simply because it means that you are rubbing shoulders with locals. And then nurture. Our job is to nurture you for the entire week. Your jobs are very simple: relax and enjoy. And this is our chateau, just a little glimpse of how, look at that beautiful countryside. So again, our chateau was built in the 17th century. It has a very storied past. And the owners of our chateau, Lisa and Jean-Claude, Lisa is American and Jean-Claude is French. They are actually going to come and visit us while we're there and give us a little an evening talk about the history of this chateau and of the region. The chateau itself actually used to supply wine to the King of France. And there are a lot of other stories that you will uncover that are just fascinating about this place. Don't you find yourself just exhaling as you picture yourself here? And this has been lovingly restored with historical accuracy and yet modern conveniences. Mm. Just see us enjoying a bottle of wine on that lawn just outside. So that gives you a little taste of the chateau. So this particular trip and many of our trips, we are always combining hand in hand the concept of retreat and exploration. So right now we're going to focus on the retreat itself, the retreat elements of this. This is an example of one of the rooms that you'll be staying in. As you can see, they are very lushly appointed, absolutely stunning and cozy and just delightful. You can do either single occupancy or in the suite like this one. This one is made for double occupancy or even up to quadruple, really, if you want to share those beds. I prefer to spread out. And then here's an example of one of the restrooms. We do actually have our own tennis court. And all the equipment is provided for us, so we can enjoy that. And of course, a stunningly sparkling, beautiful pool all to ourselves as well. So after a day of enjoying um, the villages, maybe the next day we just want to sit back and relax. And forest therapy. Forest therapy has so many benefits, but some of them include increased immune building, lowered blood pressure, feelings of relaxation, and reduction of the stress hormones. You do not have to be in incredibly athletic shape to do something like this. A walk of only 3 hours rarely goes over a quarter of a mile, if that gives you an idea. And if you do have any mobility issues, just let us know in advance, and we'll make sure that we kind of curate the walk in a way that allows you to work within your limitations in that way. And lovely, lovely, we do actually have a massage room on property, and a local monsieur will be visiting with us, and you can add that as an add-on to your trip should you like. We will also have a local sommelier coming to the chateau to share with us a private wine tasting experience. This is going to be that first opportunity to get a taste of the elusive Bergerac wines. And of course, you'll have the opportunity to purchase any of those bottles as well. She will bring them back to the chateau the following day. Meals are going to be provided, almost all of our meals are provided by our own private chef right here at the chateau. And our chef actually has a Michelin star. So we are so thrilled that we're able to procure his services. Really looking forward to delighting in a lot of his meals. The Dordogne region is home to truffles, it's home to foie gras, and is very famous for its duck. And so you will find those intermingling in many of our dishes on our menus. And so remember we said that it's that our trips often are retreats and exploration together. So let's look at what the exploration is going to look like. So we do have a private, well, a group canoe excursion planned in a nature preserve on the Dordogne River. That will be just for our group only. And we'll be visiting, it was very hard to narrow down the villages that I wanted to share with you all, but Dome made the list. Dome is stunning. It's got expansive views of the valleys below and mesmerizing grottos under the city. It's just a really beautiful time to kind of while away the day. And you notice again those yellow stones there that are indicative of the region. They glow when the sun starts setting. It's just beautiful. And one of the key things about what we do, we are not overbooking your exploration. We're not hustling you from one museum to the next. We are almost kind of, you might say, choose your own adventure kind of a style. We want you to be able to be independent and move around as you'd please and explore and delight in novelty and surprise around every corner. So we will offer you maybe one or two experiences together in a particular village, and then the rest of the time you enjoy yourself. We'll give you some key points of interest, but you enjoy. And honestly, if that means you're going to just sit down at a table at a charming little back street and just while your day away, go for it. That's kind of my kind of my kind of travel right there. One of the other villages that has made our list is Bagnac. You may know it from Chocolat, the movie with Johnny Depp and Juliette Binoche. Made it famous. Part of that movie was actually filmed further north, but a lot of it was also filmed right here. So um, I don't know about you all. I love, love, love that movie. It's just such a fun, heartwarming movie, and I can just imagine myself walking in the streets of that cute little village. There are several other Hollywood films that have been filmed here, so you will kind of feel like you're going back in time. And we are actually doing a special group dinner at a restaurant that is a favorite of our hosts, Lisa and Jean-Claude. It's called La Bruxellier, if I'm saying that right, or La Bruxellière, maybe is the right way to say that. So you will actually get to enjoy with us together an actual local restaurant that's highly recommended by locals. On our first full day on our trip, we are going to visit Izijac. Izijac is our village. It's the closest to us. And Sundays are market days in Izijac. And this particular farmer's market is known region-wide. It is one of the most popular in the area. And we will be going on a little scavenger hunt. We will be gathering all of the ingredients that we'll need for the evening's meal, and we will actually share the making of that meal together in the evening. And of course, you are going to find a lot of cheeses that you have never heard of and cannot pronounce if you're anything like me. And breads, oh my goodness, yes. Lots of really fascinating uh, tastes to delight your taste buds. So the dates for the 2023 trip are May 27th through June 3rd. If you place your deposit by March 16th, you will actually enjoy some special perks. And please do feel free to reach out to me directly to know what those perks are. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram as Return Refreshed, or contact me at Erica at returnrefreshed.org. Um, and you see all of the things that are included here, the accommodation, the meals, ground transportation, all of our excursions and experiences, the wellness aspects of the trip of the week. You have full access to the property. We'll be visiting 5 different villages, a farmer's market, and lots of other different surprises that are going to come your way. What is not included in this trip are travel insurance, which we highly recommend, and airfare. Oh, I think that's our last slide. No, it's not. Here we go. There you go. So you can go ahead and get onto returnrefreshed.org, look for Joie de Vivre, and you can book right there. Or you can go ahead and scan that code there, and that'll get you to the same place. So thank you again for joining me today. Um, I imagine that you'll have questions. I tried to be thorough, but there's always something I missed. So please, again, please do reach out to me. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all and sharing this journey with you. Again, if 2023 dates do not work for you, that is absolutely no problem. Still reach out to me. I can put you on the interest list for next year and for the following years, and I can get in touch with you to let you know when we have our dates published. So I certainly hope you all can join me. I am excited to share the wines of the region with you. This one is actually a Bordeaux because I told you Bordeaux Bergerac is really hard to find around here, but this one's fantastic. Anyhow, I am really looking forward to exploring taste buds and exploring all of the senses and getting ourselves into a really, really relaxed state so that by the time you go home, you are returning refreshed.